Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss.
What's good, y'all? It's your big homie, the armchair operator, and today we are going to do a follow-up video on a gun that you haven't seen on the channel for a while. Today we're going to do a follow-up on the Canik Rival steel frame. So if you've been with the channel for a while, I actually did a review on the Rival steel frame a few months back. So it's been a while, and you know, maybe some of my newer subscribers may not have seen the video, so I just want to bring it back out the safe, run it again, put some more rounds through it, and just give you my updated impressions. If you would like a full breakdown or like to see the full breakdown of the video, I will put a link to it down in the comment section. It'll be the pinned comment, so you can go over there and check it out. But today, this video is going to be really short and sweet, and we're just going to talk about a gun that surprisingly is still unobtainium, even as of the recording of this video. In September 30th, 2023, it's still hard to find. So anyway, let's talk about the Rival steel frame. So the Canik Rival steel frame is basically the all-metal version of Canik's venerable TP9 SFX Rival series of 9mm pistols. And the SFX Rival series is the competition-minded version of the Canik TP9 SFX. And the Rival steel frame is simply just an evolution of the polymer version of the Rival. So anyway, let's take a look at the Rival. But first, you know what we're going to do. We got to do a clear check, right? So as you can see, this gun is unloaded. Magazine is clear. And we are good to go. We are in a safe and controlled environment. So now, let's take a look. So this gun, since its inception earlier this year, early 2023, this gun has been very popular. So much so that it's still hard to find as of late September, which to me is a bit surprising. Well, it's not surprising because it's a great gun, period. It's a great gun. But I don't know about the supply. Like, I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. It would be nice if it was more available, because I know a lot of people still want to get their hands on one. But let's just say this, there's a reason why it's not available. It's a great freaking gun. But anyway, let's just go through the features. First and foremost, it has a steel frame. Hence the name, right? But anyway, back to the top, we have fiber optic front sight here, adjustable blacked out rear sight. We have the nice aggressive slide serrations that we've come to know from the Rival series, as well as our lightning cuts on the top and on both sides of the barrel. We also have some slight lightning cuts here on the top on the barrel hood itself, chamber hood, excuse me. We also have some rear slide serrations here. This gun is cut for your optic, is optics ready. This particular plate, if you take this off, it takes the front sight with it. But with the Rival steel frame, this is the dark side model, but even with the chrome model, they give you the co-witness plate in the box. So that's really good. If you're familiar with the polymer versions of the Rivals, the standard polymer one, the one with the gray and the gold, with the gold highlights, doesn't have the co-witness mount, but the dark side model does. So one thing I do thank Canik for doing is giving us the co-witness plate with both models of the Rival steel frame. So moving on from there, we basically have, you know, ambidextrous slide catch slide release, as you can see here and here. If you notice, it's very similar to, say, your Walthers, just a little bit shorter than the Walther. And of course, you have your Picatinny rail. We have a 4-slot Picatinny rail right here, even though it doesn't run the full length of the dust cover, but it's here. I really like that too because I could put a full-size optic on here without any problems. A little bit of texture on the front of the trigger guard here. Double undercut, really good. I also like the fact that we have these texture panels here and here on both sides of the frame, so that way you give your support hand thumb a place to rest as you're aiming down the sights. And one thing I could tell right away from the shape of the Canik is that this was a gun that was designed for shooters by shooters. Like, you could really tell because it's just a natural point to it, right? It's so easy to get that support hand to just really go where it needs to go on the gun. Like, hence there, right? Because you have this, the meat of your thumb will go there, your thumb will go here, and then you can really just bear down on it. That's one thing that I really like about it. Now, the other things that sets this apart from the polymer version of the Canik is the grip. So the grip on the steel frame is not only a different shape, but it's a slightly different system. So with the standard Caniks, we have just back straps where you would just take the pin, drive the pin out, take the back strap off, put your back strap of choice on there, replace the pin, and you're good to go. With the Rival steel frame, we have wraparound grip panels, and you get 3 of them in the box: small, medium, and large. This particular one, of course, is the large one because I have large hands. So, and replacing the grip panels is very easy. You would just take these screws, take the screws out. I don't know if you can see, you take the screws out, take off the magazine well, which there's a screw there, so you would take that off too, and then you would just pop it off, put the new grip panel on, replace the screws, and you're good to go. So, you know, easy peasy. And we also have an extended magazine release. So the gun comes with 3 magazine extensions: small, medium, and large. The small one is installed on the gun from the factory. So it's really good. You know, you can really hit that guy, and it's really easy to hit. You know, I don't have to break my grip at all. And I can also hold this and shoot it offhand without worrying about dropping the magazine release. So that's why I kept it on there. However, you can run the gun with the magazine extension off of the gun. It's just a simple screw. So you just take that screw out, and you can run the magazine release. It could just be flush with the grip. So you have that option if you so choose. And now we're going to go to the heart and soul of the trigger, and everybody that knows Canik knows that this right here, ooh baby, chef's kiss. And this trigger does not disappoint. But anyway, I'll ghost that trigger for y'all really quick. So, even though I did this before, I'm gonna ghost it for you anyway because it's nice. So, hit the trigger shoe, we bring it back. That's your take up. That's all you get. And then you break and watch the reset. Ready? That's it. And the reset. So as you can see, this trigger is designed to go fast right out of the box. So that, combined with the fact that you have the heft of the steel frame, really makes this a soft shooting gun, and I love to run this thing on the range. I really do. Plus, and also we have our mag well here that you can run it with the mag well on, or you could take the mag well off. So you definitely have that. And anybody knows Caniks, it comes with a great big old box full of accessories. You get 2 18-round magazines with the gun that also has replaceable base plates. So you get 2 aluminum base plates. This is the aluminum base plate. I like the aluminum base plate because it gives you that extra little bit of weight, you know, when you want to drop the magazine out of the gun. But these are the polymer ones. So you have the option of running either one. It comes with the polymer ones on. I put the aluminum ones on. But these magazines are actually really good, and you could tell they're very similar to, if not made by Metgar. So very similar to the mags for the Walther PDP, and actually the Metgar mags for the Beretta M9 series. So they're very similar. They're not the same though. They're not the same, so just keep that in mind. But they are very similar. And of course, who can forget everybody's favorite little mechanic? I mean, not mechanic, I'm sorry. Favorite little baby Canik toolkit. You know, and you have your additional fiber optic rods inside. You have a green rod. You have different different bits to take the screws out, replacement screws, all of that good stuff. So, basic things that you come to know and love for Canik. But anyway, since I've had it, what are my thoughts? So, it's a great gun. It's a great race gun. You know, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any malfunctions or any failures. Now, in my earlier video, I did notice that as the gun gets dirty, it felt like I had to rack the slide a little bit harder in order to, you know, it just felt like I had to use a little bit more authority to rack the slide to really get it to, you know, chamber the next round. I had, here and there, I experienced that, but even so, I've never had an issue with chambering the round. So I just kind of, in my mind, I just make sure that I hit it with some authority, even though you should be doing that anyway. But I say that to say I haven't had any reliability issues out of the gun whatsoever. It has ate everything I've put through it, from remanufactured ammo, from factory new full metal jackets, ran hollow points. I haven't had any problems or any issues as far as reliability. So it definitely gets the pass for me on that note. Like as far as cons goes, the biggest con with this particular gun is its weight. So the weight of the gun makes for a very good shooting impulse, right? It's very soft shooting with that 9mm, so that means you can really stack up rounds. However, keep in mind that because of that weight, you're going to be manipulating the gun, so you're going to feel that more so than, say, the polymer version or maybe some other lighter weight guns, you know, as far as carrying on your hip or whatever. This is definitely not a gun that I would use for concealed carry just because of the weight. You know, you be pulling your pants up every time you turn around, you know, because I think this gun is about 48 ounces unloaded, something like that. I've double checked, but it has some weight to it. It's actually one of the heaviest guns I have. It's kind of on par with my Desert Eagle, believe it or not. That's saying a lot. So, but anyway, like I said, the weight is one of the strengths, but it's also the con. So just kind of keep that in mind. You know, make sure you got your upper body strength right. You know, it's not going to kill you. Like I'm just messing around, I'm just joking. It's not going to kill you, but you're going to feel it more. Like if you're running a competition and you know you're transitioning between targets. You know, if you're going from low ready and presenting the gun or whatever the case may be. Like I said, you're going to feel it more because it's a heavier gun. That's just natural. That's just physics. But I mean, outside of that, it's a great gun, man. I highly recommend it if you can find it. Now, granted, yes, I know it's still hard to find, you know, but I'm going to tell you this. I've had the poly version. I actually sold the poly version, and I got the steel frame. The steel frame was the one I originally wanted to get from the gate, but I got the poly version because I couldn't find the steel frame at the time. Plus, I wanted to experience the poly version before I got the steel frame, and it's literally like night and day. Now, granted, the polymer version of the Rival is an excellent gun. It is an excellent gun. But one thing that I've noticed, at least to me, it kind of shot like a polymer gun, in my opinion. It just felt noticeably snappier than obviously, say, a gun that's over 40 ounces in weight. So, with that being said, if you can find a Rival steel frame and you want to compete with a Rival steel frame, this gun will absolutely not let you down. So, but anyway, guys, that's going to be pretty much it for this follow-up video. Like I said, this is just a quick follow-up on the Rival steel frame. But I'm also going to be doing a versus video with the Rival steel frame versus my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal frame competitor. The battle of the budget-minded competition guns. So you do not want to miss that. So if you like this video, please let me know by liking the video, leaving me a comment, sharing the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Enable that bell notification so that way you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. And that versus video will be coming in the near future, so you definitely don't want to miss that. All right, so anyway, enough of that. Thank you everyone for watching. This is your big homie, and I'm out. Peace.